Jan van Eyck, an important figure in the early Renaissance who revolutionized Northern European art. His career produced a diverse range of coveted masterpieces, including devotional works, political pieces, and personal portraits, primarily altarpieces and individual portraits. One of his most celebrated paintings, the Arnolfini portrait, completed near the end of his life, showcases his innovative approach to perspective. A small mirror on the back wall reflects the entire room, with some scholars even suggesting a glimpse of the artist himself. This detail exemplifies Van Eyck's ability to challenge artistic conventions and engage the viewer, prompting contemplation of the artist's role within the artwork. Throughout history, its value has attracted the covetous attention of figures as diverse as Napoleon and the Nazis, with documented attempts at theft. Sandro Botticelli. A leading light of the Florentine Renaissance, he played a key role in shaping its early brilliance. Unlike some contemporaries who sought shock value, Botticelli's genius lay in creating a sense of ethereal calm. He achieved this through his masterful use of color, layering luminous pigments. He brought depth to his paintings and a lifelike warmth to his figures. Botticelli's rich compositions further enhance his work. Mythological and biblical scenes teem with figures, symbols, and imagery, inviting viewers on a journey of discovery. Each element contributes to a larger job, rewarding extended contemplation and revealing the layers of meaning within. Filippo Brunelleschi. A giant of architectural history, he wasn't just building, he was bridging eras, immersed in the ruins of ancient Rome. He absorbed the design principles and proportions that would become his signature. His crowning achievement was the colossal dome of Florence's cathedral, the first large-scale structure of its kind since antiquity, a revelation of his ability in innovative engineering. But Brunelleschi's talents were beyond architecture. He was also into sculpture, mechanics, and drawing, and even formalized the concept of linear perspective, a cornerstone of later Renaissance painting. Donatello. A Florentine sculptor who reigns supreme in the Renaissance pantheon, continues to inspire countless artists. A true child of the era, he developed his skills in his native Florence, starting as a goldsmith. Alongside Brunelleschi, he embarked on adventures across Italy, absorbing the art and architecture of the ancient world firsthand. This classical influence is undeniable in his work. Donatello's most celebrated creation, the Bronze David, shattered conventions by becoming the first freestanding nude sculpture since antiquity. This groundbreaking achievement marked a turning point, ushering in Europe's rediscovery of its classical heritage. Hieronymus Bosch. A key figure in the early Netherlandish school of painting, rose to fame with his haunting and mesmerizing artworks that captivated audiences of his time. Despite the scarcity of surviving pieces, Bosch's body of work showcases a truly unique and artistic approach. His paintings defy traditional categorization, delving into profound human fears surrounding death, the afterlife, and the mysteries of existence. Particularly striking are his unsettling depictions of hell, made all the more disconcerting by his unconventional use of color. Perhaps his most famous work, The Garden of Earthly Delights, presents a surreal tableau filled with naked figures, exotic plants, and fantastical creatures, prompting many art historians to recognize Bosch as a precursor to surrealism symbolism. Caravaggio. Though a latecomer to the Renaissance scene, he became a catalyst for artistic change. He took the naturalistic style of his predecessors and infused it with drama, a touch of danger, and boldness unseen before. His mastery of chiaroscuro, a technique that uses stark contrasts of light and shadow, defined his work, producing intensely realistic and captivating images. Caravaggio's subjects often strayed from convention. They could be lewd, violent, or mysterious. Even his religious paintings offered a fresh perspective on biblical stories, blurring the lines between the divine and the earthly. In Rome, Caravaggio's revolutionary approach to form, color, and subject matter drew a large following of young artists, later known as the Caravaggisti. His influence extended far beyond his immediate circle, marking a decisive shift that paved the way for a Baroque movement. El Greco. Domenikos Statokopoulos, later known as El Greco, began his creative journey in Venice, where he honed his skills amid the vibrant art scene of the city. After a vacation in Rome, he finally found his artistic home in Spain, where he created his most celebrated masterpieces. This remarkable journey through artistic centers is reflected in his utterly unique style. El Greco's paintings exist in a category of their own, theatrical and fantastical. They defy easy classification. His figures echo the haunting elongation of Gothic art, yet stand within the rendered perspective and proportion that define the High Renaissance. A true colorist, El Greco wielded a captivating palette. Bold metallic hues and opaque tones dance across his canvases, creating a unique atmosphere in each work. Some of his more abstract pieces even hint at the expressionist and cubist movements that weren't revealed for centuries. Tintoretto. He stands as a giant of the Venetian Renaissance, though much about his personal life remains unknown. His artistic fire was undeniable. Legend tells of him being kicked out of Titian's workshop after just a few days. His bold brushstrokes and grand scale create works filled with majesty and drama. Tintoretto's art perfectly describes the Mannerist movement, a reaction against the High Renaissance's focus on harmony and symmetry championed by artists like Leonardo da Vinci. Mannerists like Tintoretto embrace the extravagant, using irregular forms and dramatic exaggerations to achieve a different kind of stunning effect. Giorgio Vasari. He wasn't just a talented painter and architect. He's referred to as the founding father of art history. His crowning achievement is undoubtedly Lives of the Most Excellent Painters, Sculptors, and Architects. This book compiled biographies of leading Renaissance artists, not just from Italy but beyond. While some might criticize Vasari for bias and exaggeration, Lives remains the cornerstone for understanding the Renaissance masters. Vasari discussed their lives, both public and private, offering a fascinating glimpse into their world. Beyond the biographies, the book reveals Vasari's artistic theories and observations. Terms like Renaissance, Gothic, and even competition in a creative context were first used by Vasari in Lives. Hans Holbein. Born into an artistic family, he wasn't just a painter. Europe's elite coveted his portraits. Following in his father's footsteps, Holbein began his career young, adorning churches with murals and stained glass. However, it was his portraits that catapulted him to fame. After capturing the likeness of the renowned humanist Erasmus, Holbein's talent became highly sought after. This eventually led him to England, where he left his family behind to become King Henry VIII's official painter. Beyond his lifelike portraits, Holbein's masterpiece, The Ambassador, stands out. This painting of two French diplomats is loaded with symbolism, most notably the distorted skull in the foreground, only visible from specific viewpoints. Titian. He wasn't just a Renaissance painter, he was a transformative force behind the Renaissance. His mastery of form and color revolutionized the art world. Throughout his long and illustrious career, Titian produced a breathtaking array of masterpieces. From portraits that capture the essence of his subjects, to landscapes bursting with life, and from grand mythological scenes to moving biblical narratives, Titian's work displayed remarkable versatility. But what truly unified these diverse pieces was his signature style. He wielded expressive brushstrokes, a rich palette of colors, and a masterful use of light and shadow to create some of the Renaissance's most captivating and dramatic works. Raphael. Though his life was cut short, the Italian artist cast a long shadow over the history of art. Prolific, despite his limited years, produced a remarkable work of art that spanned sculptures, buildings, frescoes, engravings, and paintings. Drawn to Rome, Raphael buried himself in the principles of ancient art, which became a hallmark of his style. His mastery of proportion, balance, and perspective resulted in harmonious, serene, and lifelike works. Along with Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael's art defined the High Renaissance aesthetic. His talent was undeniable, earning him prestigious commissions for grand murals in the Vatican. These masterpieces became a pilgrimage site for generations of artists, inspiring them with the enduring power of the Renaissance. Michelangelo. He was more than a Renaissance artist. Dubbed Il Divino by his awestruck contemporaries, his work was beyond the boundaries of any single medium. He brilliantly mixed power with grace, drama with delicacy, crafting masterpieces unlike anything the world had ever seen. Generations of artists would chase the grandeur he captured. A true polymath, Michelangelo excelled in sculpting, painting, and architecture. His Sistine Chapel ceiling, depicting the story of Genesis, remains a breathtaking testament to his artistry. Sculptures like David and Pieta are instantly recognizable icons. He even tackled architecture, designing the majestic dome of St. Peter's Basilica. Beyond his artistic mastery, Michelangelo was a poetry guru, leaving behind devotional and romantic verses. His output and skill brought him instant praise. He was the first artist to have a biography published during his lifetime. Albrecht Dürer. A child prodigy, his reputation for unique engravings spread throughout Europe by his early years. While a master of many mediums, watercolors, oils, woodcuts, and drawings, engraving was Dürer's true forte. His delicate works are layered with symbolism, demanding thoughtful contemplation from the viewer. But Dürer's legacy extends beyond engravings. He also is renowned for his self-portraits. One such self-portrait sketched in his youth stands as a rare surviving artwork from a Renaissance child. Dürer is even credited with popularizing the self-portrait genre. Before him, artists rarely depicted themselves, especially as the central focus. His intense, full-face portraits demonstrated the power of a direct connection between artist and audience. Leonardo da Vinci. He wasn't just a Renaissance artist, he was an influential figure. His influence stretches not only across art, history, but across countless fields, from math and engineering to astronomy. While his paintings, like the beautiful Mona Lisa, are the most recognizable, they represent just one area of this remarkable mind. Da Vinci's artistic mastery comes from a profound understanding of technique. His study of perspective and proportion, evident in his Vitruvian Man, allowed him to capture reality with unmatched accuracy. His private journals, filled with mirrored script and detailed sketches, explored a large array of subjects. Particularly captivating are his scientific investigations of mechanical inventions. Their visionary designs displayed a level of technical understanding unheard of in his time, and it led many to credit Leonardo with ushering in a new era of innovation.